Dobré Rejno, chat na Twitchi, vole, chat na YouTube, čus. Zápas top týmu, který ještě neprohráli v playoff, EDG versus Sentinels, absolutní bangeros. Kankan z EDG pro mě nejlepší duelista. Zatím statisticky, teda nevím, ale jakože impactově určitě teďko umřel, takže super. Cokoliv řeknu, je obráceně. Zeken minule single alias solo ručně, vlastnoručně potahal Sentinels na posledním zápase. Uvidím, jak to pro dneska. Moje predikce je 2-1 pro Sentinels. Bohužel. Kankan je GOAT, ale Sentinels prostě... ostrost. Ale když se nechám překvapit. Tak pojďme. Máme tady Haven na první mapě. Šimon. Nový hráč EDG. Vypíná z sice první koleso. Co máme za kompozice jinak? To je stejný? Je tak pade na pade, koukám. Jako oba týmy jsou příjemné, že? Je to nějaký potichu zase do prdele. Dobrý. Fix it.
Critical information to work with. It looks like they're going to group up over towards A.
Je pravda, že když vyhrajou Sentinels, tak půjdou EDG proti Fnatic. Takže fandím Sentinels.
Lot of information gathered. Fault line is good though. Just concatenates on top and Simon just trying to play this tight angle.
Šimon.
From the side still lands that shot. Traded though. Plant down for John QT, never to push this one back.
7 mám jich aj na bundlu. Os. Shogard za 75. Nic to nedělá, ale ten Shogard. Co je za smoke? Jak čet jakékoliv dotazy na Night Market minulostní a i budoucí a i přítomnosti budou odpovězeny dnes 18:30. Je... Co? To schytal, vole, či ten z John QT? Čaundíček. Ale actually teďko okoukávám fintičky, vole. Potřebuji na ranked okoukat nějaký finty. První kill šmeken. Upper final už? To už bude upper final? Oh! Šmoky! Tohle upper final, okay. Za chvilku je z něj novej chlap. Změnil jsem batvu. Vítej. Toto je za šílenosti tady chat. Oh! Zase jsem měl ban jeden nos. Pablitos měl ban za to, že poslal někomu pravděpodobně torpédu Kuby Angela. Čau skipper. Oh! Prsni můj tam. Dělej, sračko. Co? Alešek plentí? Alešek plentil. Kámo, ADHD, brikule prostě. Zabil ve stunu. Corner price. Nekryjeme si rohy, vole. Šimon. Chytrý sasi. Yeah. Kamo. Reveal z prdele. Ten reveal, kámo. Dneska tam je jakoby... hnusos, ale aspoň je horko, vole. A hůř se od toho stává zase. Co to je? Ne, dneska ne. Ne. Dal jsem si, kámo, chci se vzatí, že nebudu si stěžovat na postavičky. Nebudu. Nechám tam ty postavičky žít. Čau, kliky. Čau, Jagger. Ne, nemusím. Pane bože, co to je? Zeken to schytal, vole. On byl low, ale vypovědal. Kamaráde, a tuhle ty skiny, ticho, ty vole. To, co má nasazený John QT, dneska hrajou by the way. Bílej koronami a zelený lock-in nožík. Napište mi to někdo někam,
Sentinels were pushing. Certainly looking like an execute's going to come through here on C. Smoggy has his ult to try to reinforce, but is he going to be fast enough with a smoke?
Že tu dojebali celou tabulku. Mě to dojebali. Jaký dojebali G2 actually? No jako Leviathan. Já budu rád, když trefím jednu jedinou věc z playoff ještě třeba. Peppering them, some stray shots. EDG are going to need a pick to see if they can make this one doable. Zekken overextending ever so slightly, but still he's good for the kill as well. That tracking! They just can't get a handle or any sort of control on him. It's precise. Kang almost there. I can love it.
Provided a chance and opportunity, but Smoggy's been left alone into the 1v3 and 10.
I can love this prstovačka.
Low enough as well, but
ale jsem TENZ. Mnohem víc lidí než S-tier střílejícího Phil agenty. Myslím, že by TENZ uhrál duelistu úplně v klidu. Ale k čemu by to dělal, když má prostě tady Zekena. I see opportunities for EDG to strike. Aftershock pushes them back and away from the plant. Zelsis going for round 2, needs to be covered. And TENZ has it. Pushed up, high ground angle. No. Myslíš, že tohle by neudělal na Jetce třeba? Já myslím, že úplně v pohodě. Plus, jakoby zase si myslím, že Zeken zahraje líp toho duelistu než TENZ. Will get his ult online from this one. Everybody grouped up from EDG, setting themselves up to try and play for the retake, but it's preemptive. Sen using it to try and strike. Chichu's there. Offset though, nobody covering it. An overextension by Sentinels. Tady se děje co za brikulku, ale prstovačka. Jakoby on jediný, čím by ho mohl, jakože, jak to říct, jediný, čím by mohl potvrdit ten jeho hype, aby nebyl overrated, je vyhrát celý Champions, protože kámo, ten chlap, co má, vole, za kult kolem sebe, vole, a čísla a všechno, to je jakoby, to je prostě úplně, vole, psycho. Nemá nikdo, vole, v tom Valorantu. Zelený čajček, taky nemám zelený čajček. Hater ten Skyday. Já jsem hater těch jejich, vole, na sílu fanoušků, víš? Oh. Kang, kamaráde, ale nechce prohrát. Nechce prohrát Kang. Nejvíc je tu Scream. Je to možný, vole. To protože mě jako nejvíc zklamal asi. Jeho IRL chlap. Jen tak z nudy. Myslím si, že nějaká orga... Povolí.
Quiet silence. Jiggle spot from Zekken is the only thing to catch contact of A short, and guess what? There's no EDG players there. It could work to their advantage, but
that paranoia looks like it's going to be huge.
Yeah, not just that. Fault line, Zelsis has got it primed. So it's going to be used, an eye for an eye here with a U-turn. Kang! He's right there, still surviving, still kicking, and he wants to take even more away from them. Two removed before the trade is intact, but Zekken still here alive.
Čauko, TK. Tak co, pistolečky? 3v3.
In their size, the paranoia sweeping through. Zekken plays his life. Sassy opens himself up in through heaven. There's chances here and accounted for.
Kámo, sej si, vole. To jak se rozklepal nějak. Sentinel byl dobrý, no. Sentinel je škoda. Ale bohužel 21. století. Sentinel schytal 21. století, kamaráde. Nobody kdyby to netrefil, ne? Ani jeden tým zatím nehrál jakoby full čistou hru. Že byl jako o level jinde. A nikdo je nemohl ohrozit. A to je docela zajímavý na tom, vole. Off onto the flank, they double up players as well. Smoke once more, the dart has to be broken. Nobody's sticking this one. Sassy finally under the fuse, but everybody... To je vyhraný bonus? Kanka měl Phantom, aha. A ten Bulldog ještě tam někde sebral někdo. Halus.
Some of the change of tide that's currently been fully against them in this map. Got up onto the corner though, no util, that was contact by Kang.
Lotus co? Lotusu nevím, co hrajou EDG. Sentinels hrajou klasiku. EDG bobíci. Nejde nic. Amerika je lepší region prostě. Ale tohle je muffin gameplay. Tohle je muffin gameplay s tím breachem. Oh, to, že si vezmou ty mapy navzájem.
Oh my goodness, okay, Kang. Fast play. Pass there, Zekken's going to be revealed up as well, but has to respect most of this one. Sassy, trying to play off the drone that was used prior, gets the tag onto the one, but pushed back and away. But a player dropped on the side of Sentinels. This is the opening that EDG were praying for.
Kang's delivered them another one.
Zekken going for that re-exploration, looking for the info. Simon's tucked, only the shoulder. Smoggy's there to supplement as well. Help him. Ow! What is that movement? Zekken just
oh, Shimon.
It's an absolute worldie with that shot right there.
Shimon.
The reload bullet straight down to the bitter end. Simon quick to capitalize.
Sentinel se dobrý na hejvnu od roku 2021. To už trochu jiný tým, no.
He might be able to cut somebody off as well. Nobody was thinking about going through the garage. That would have been a death sentence. TENZ is right here behind them though. EDG pause for a moment. He's going to have the backstab.
Yep.
Ale chápu, jak to myslí.
Is going to be fading. They are not going to anticipate this. He is so quick right there behind them.
He needs his own smoke to fade.
Rip Shimon. Shimon. To je blázen.
EDG in so many moments the util just narrowly avoided. These are the fault line. John QT still here. But enough has been done surely for EDG and they know it. Doubled up high low. Simon taking that point.
Shimon.
Piece in the end from A.
Simon's ripping it on the fake.
He's going for a fake here, just very much alone, just trying to cut that noise. The Hunter's Fury as well to try and
Kámo, Shimon je úplně zblázněnej. Chtěl do Reckless. A dobrý fake. Fake dobrý. Kdyby zaberu Icebox, vyhráli by EDG. Vyhráli. Čau, Vixík. Klasická výhra.
Should have been a great opener. They've overthunk, I think, into the round itself. Teacher's low, great move.
Vyjmenovaný slova po v...
I don't know if they're trying to half buy or if they're trying to force here. What's Smoggy doing?
It's all over the place. It's a bargain bin buy, but they're not on the same page with this one. Another fault line to set this up. Early angles from Kangkang, but he's revealed up. No one deals with that dart. The bolt and the stun just not quite connecting. Still, they want to square him. Simon!
Šimon!
God, he's a miracle worker. Survives barely.
Ten chlap je úplně on fire.
As low as you can go.
Úplně zapálený.
But he has opened his sight up now. In and away, JungQt. Spraying in through the smoke as well. The slightest of reveals and the bullets just not quite landing onto Kangkang, but potentially done enough here. Played Sassy in through onto the flank, right through the wall. Lands it to the dome. Kangkang's being dropped now. Through this is 3 Sentinels. Still make a go of things here. EDG trying to make that play. Good trade by TENZ once more, but the smoke dropped down. Now with a paranoia, all added on top. Leaving it just down to TENZ, and he's doing damage right through the wall. Isolates the one for bullet! Oh boy!
Jak to mohli trounout, kámo, 2v1.
He just will not be stopped.
To byl dobrý troun, no.
Tap. Try and pull somebody util out as well. Fake the presence. Second. What? The cage helps him. How's he getting away? That's ridiculous. Glides himself back as well. And back and forth we go. It's EDG scrambling for a chance to get He's still alive. Overdrive in his hands. And he wants more. Never bite of the apple.
Nepředmířili to EDG, no.
Discipline is called for in moments
Zapomněli.
like this, and they tempered around town.
Vyhrajou proti neon.
Celsius, flash, re-exploration, re-clearing, double held though, and that is Sentinels getting ahead of themselves.
It is good information, however, for Sassy to start pushing out. Could he be the playmaker here?
Jedna věc je, jak to hraje, druhá věc je, že to je vůbec možný něco takového dělat.
They don't quite know where everybody is. In fact, they don't know where anybody is.
Full map control lost. Sassy, Smoggy. He's watching for that peek. The slow walk around the corner.
Finally comes alive in this map.
Zase Odin. Os.
It's down to Celsius. 1v3 spam. Through into the smoke. Plan down from Simon, but the smoke was watched the entire time.
Jakoby ten alert, nebo mi tady bude jenom skákat text? A někomu...
Oh no.
K1 NG 232 je členem společnosti už 5 měsíc. Kozel, CC napraveno subik doma smějící se smiley.
Ještě jednou. Děkuju. Čím je to způsobený jinak, že se mi tady zaseknul alert?
232 je členem společnosti už 5 měsíc. Kozel, CC napraveno subik doma smějící se smiley.
Kingo zdík mu vzal 5měsíční resub na konec hry. Chlap dal resub na konec hry. Díky moc za 5 měsíců. Cením. Samozřejmě si dělá prdel s tím konec hry. Dá se to Infinity glitchnout. Protože za tu kapsu dostaneš zase další účtenku dalším QR kódem. A nebo malý hranolky ještě můžeš dostat, ne? Nebo takovýho. Prstovačka. Prstovačka. To zjistil až teď, jo, já nejím moc mekat. Kámo! Ten si ho nepředmířil ani. Ty vole. Imagine. Když jsem ještě hrál pro před 3 měsícema, vole, tak tuhle ta meta nebyla, vole, já nevím, co bych dělal. Čau Teros, 0-0 na mapě, fandím Sentinels. A co pijete, chat, a odkud fandíte? Já piju zelený čaj z Plzně. Můžu ještě někdy hrát pro? Chtěl bych Derek. Ale... Šimon. Netlačím na to teďko. Sliding, GG. Sliding. Tak jdem na Lotus. Jako chci říct, že to kombo nefunguje, jako na to dá double kill, nejspíš tady Zaken, ale... Skoro. Legit. V mých lobíčkách dvakrát max.
Might be calling for another refight. They are grouped up. I believe that's 3 players of EDG looking for the fight. They don't think Zekken is here.
Chudák Kankan, kámo.
Lets it loose. Will take that contact in through the smoke. And the fight has to be taken. Risks in order for EDG to bail themselves out of this.
Jako ta fightka samotná je OP na tom Lotusu.
EDG in through B. Sentinels give up this open space onto the site. Willing to try and play this one into the retake.
A pokud nejsi fade main, tak většinou nevíš ani, kde ten reveal bude padat přesně, i když ho slyšíš, tak nevíš, kde se vykástí. A prostě... Když ho hodíš při executu jako na counter, tak to lidi nezničí, no. Pohodě TK dneska, co ty?
Bullets flying forwards. Luck at a draw was what they were hoping for. Simon doesn't need luck on his side.
A pak kam jsi to psal? Proč to psal? To nepsal jsem, Pablo, ne, pičo.
With that, Sen round is dusted for them.
What a spot to put your breach in.
Yeah.
Smoggy get on the board early up as well. Helping settle those nerves. They need a big performance to come out from Smoggy playing Clover.
Kámo, co to píšeš, Pavlo, piči, vole, já nevím, co tím myslíš. Showdownil, Heretics, Leviathan. Jo, fuj, dneska to mám hořký, jak si viděl, kámo, mě naplo má z toho čaj, co to je. Ale Čiču. Čau, Dream.
Ready to punish them for the hubris, thinking that they could take that fight open and out. Sassy gone for that repeak. The trade not in sight. Players not ready to account for that one. Sassy still here, man.
Sunset Pickle Sovou jsem pozeral tvoje video a byl jsem goated. Kupko, Sunset podle mě Sova je dobrá, no. Sunset Sova, ne že dobrá, jakože S-tier. Ale musím se naučit hrát na jiných mapách, jakože něco jiného. Když se pak sám ubližuju, ale Sunset zrovna S-tier, no. Dreame streamu 1,5 hodiny, tak co myslíš?
Sentinels themselves splitting up. Watch for live from John. Couple of different avenues, but not.
Oh! Co?
John, where have you pulled that one from? The brink seemingly, it leaves it all down to Smoggy. Time will start to tick onto this one here, and he's isolating his voice line and his players up yet, John. Nobody's still surviving. Here's the Rolling Thunder, but they've crossed it up onto the corner. And TENZ and Sassy will punish them for stepping past that.
What a read from Sen that was going B early on. Fake rubble fight, and they've read the pivot over towards C here as well. They are not worried about a repop into B whatsoever. Taking spawn, waterfall, ready to fight these guys, deny the plant.
CEO of the week? Čekejte, week. Jdu se podívat, proč má tady chlap banána, ale... Za tuhletu zprávu, já jsem tím mazal, ty idioté. To s tou Ukrajinkou, já jsem si říkal, že tu máš, ty dement. A ty jsi tam hladila hrozně moc kontextu, vole, víš? Ty jsi tam dal kontext. Až moc, proto si dostal podle mě ban, ty dement. Jo, to si pamatuju, jak jsi psal včera, no. Ty jsi kokot, ty jsi taký kokot. To piči, Pavlo, ty jsi taký kokot. Ale jakoby z toho, z té zprávy jde pochopit, že to neříkáš ty. Takže to je takový jako, to je na tom blbý, vole. Co dává Sassy, ale. Šťastný, kámo, jak šli zamovara. Takovýhle idioti by měli všichni sedět, vole. Do jednoho, kámo. To mě jak se udělal lepší den. Tu je ti gangsteři, kámo. Ok, a ty mají všichni životku, všichni. Čiču, kámo, se nechal, to se mi děje taky, kámo. To se mi děje taky, to je dobrý scam. Dobrý stun od Šimona. Dí, Smoky, máš resni se. Double peak se Šimonem. Čus! Ne, jako něco fakt, co nesnáším, když si týpci myslí, vole, že jakoby žijou, kámo, že jsou mafiáni, vole, a že žijou ve videohře pomalu. Man. 2024, kámo, chápeš? Jako já bych se styděl jak svině, no. Mě by zajímalo, jak se cítí Izo, podle mě. Chápeš? Izo se taky přestal bavit, kámo. S Lukasem jdou pevně. Kankan 1-7. Už to sere, vole. A to má vždycky, on takhle, on chodí prostě jakoby na smrt. Kankan. I když jsem koukal, ale prodloužili trest, jak se jmenuje? Kokot Leo prostě. Pičo, kurva, jak se jmenuje Kokot Leo? Aby to jste víš, jo, Leo Baránek, no. A ten taky, vole, tam šel za brikule na ulici. A pak jsem viděl nějaký fotky tam z toho vězení a typek je ještě horší, vole, a ještě mu to prodloužili. Že normálně typek vyleze a půjde tam zas. Nápravný, jakoby centrum, vole, to je Roblox jail. Některý lidi prostě nefunguje, I guess. Waiting to strike that time pressure. Sentinels, you're running out of wing cons. You got to stick this at some point. Shrinking at some point here. Locking it down onto the corner and half not. Shimon. Má nervy, ten co se viděl z toho? Říkal, Vladon 2 streamy, takzvaně. Budeš čonky, kámo, není šance, že bych byl v životě... Není šance, že bych byl v životě... tlustej. EDG though have taken so much space. Sen group up, re-clear through spawn. TENZ the backstab through waterfall as well. Vidíš? Revílek? Byl hovnu. Henty. A to je škoda, že Spike bez přišel zrovna. Jak Spike by věděl víc k těm věcem. Ale Kankan. Pluck him out of the picture, taking him out with a head. That paranoia is beautiful, blinding up into this spot. Smoggy putting the squeeze on alongside Chichu. I love that read. A to jak pičí, že tě nefixne, kámo, třeba 5 let ve vězení ti nefixne, víš, že prostě za 5 let si neuvědomíš, že jsi něco posral. A třeba se pletu, ale Leo Baránek bude kandidovat na prezidenta teďka, bude v pohodě. 4v2. Joker je stapo. Sassy scurrying to save the weapon into the next. This is EDG. As I said at the beginning, there was danger with those 3 rifles and they put them to good use. Je tě ovlivní? Trend asi. Kotlár, kam strašně lidí, ale chodí sedět. Leos byl v parku vozíčkáře. What? Nebo trest. Já to nemám nastudovaný tolik. Jo, Čurák sedí. Čurák sedí. Cut away with the sound cues. They don't even know if anybody's onto this one, but just peering up and over, spamming away, still earning their way into a round win. To je strašný, ale kámo, ale Kankan. Kámo, jaký comeback tady se děje, ale až teďko, jakože Žerolog prodal ten zápas. Jako to bylo obvious, jo, to bylo obvious. Saknej nefunguje mimochodem. Kankan's going to be dropped and that first kill handed over to Sen, but there's still chances for EDG. They're doubled up. It's a high-low waiting
for the bodies to come flying forwards here. Playing up the sound cue, stun was good, and stopping them in their tracks.
Chat.
Sentinels cannot cross that line and a barrier. Just not
Celsius.
Celsius time against it.
What?
And it's of the essence. It needs to be that defense. 4 seconds left. They gotta stick this one. It needs to be covered. Chichu.
Oh.
He wins the day.
What? Kam to bylo za kolo tohle?
John QT was not there in time.
They're going to make it look like they're re-clearing onto rubble.
And trying to push his players back.
What?
Is that from
What?
nobody? Close
What?
quarters. It's where he thrives. Stinger in hand.
Ok, ale vysvětli mi, jak Sentinels stragglujou na ataku. Možná nestragglujou teda. Tohle kolo ještě můžou v pohodě vyhrát. Ale teď nemají Sentinela ty EDG. Čau, Kozlosinovo. Tight. Co? What? By the way, tu ten smoke. To už vidím po několikátý. To házela i ta Clove předtím. Tohle je nějaký afterplan smoke. Jagger názor. Jagger QT názor. Může to hrál s Alinku, ten taky. No, ale skapali v tom Alinku, jakoby, že jo. A tam hodil ten smoke, aniž by ten Hobbit měli. Ten vole, tam skapal zase v tom Hobbitu a potom tam byli dva EDG hráči. To moc nehodilo.
Rattled back and forth here, but with the Sheriffs, Sentinels are trying to make this one work. And Ultimate pulls out with a Nightfall, and a flank occurring right from the back. This will put a squeeze onto the remaining Sen players. Up to them to try and bail themselves out with the heroics, and an all-committed damage done. Decay is still there. Sassy, weak as anything, doesn't know that the players are rapidly approaching. And they dismantled the hold. The Sen were just desperately trying to cling to on the side.
There was a lot of danger there, though. I don't think EDG should be going for that kind of defensive setup too.
Musíš i Balginos.
Utterly open.
Karlovy Vary i Balgin. Ale Kankan vypnul.
But they topple, they fall, crumbled from the util in a hold of Sentinels. It's discipline that reins them in.
EDG, after the tag timeout, have tried to change their defensive setups.
Skibidi.
Anything that they've gone for that was different to what
To má Kankan, to jsou typy, bro. To je jakoby kvůli větru, aby líp klouzal po větru. Je dobrý emoutky, po piči emoutky. Muce kvénom. 2.16, možná i 2.16 to ještě vydrželo. No jinak to jsou tapy, kámo, protože ho bolí ruka, že jo, logicky, vole. Nejsem doktor. Pipek, ale pozor, vole, to jsou trochu jiný emoutky. To jsou trochu jakoby sexuální. Berem tě do našeho e-sport týmu na premiér. Dobře, Santa. A do ponožky doufám dostanu na dílku. Takže blokace. Jako líbí se mi tuhle ty věci, co si poslal, ale to je profesionální, sponzorovaný Riot stream, takže jsem to musel smáznout. Tepnou na dílku do ponožky? No, tu jsem myslel. Šimon tady dává dobrý pressure, ale není čas. Není čas. Šimon je MVP této série so far. Ve Valorantu. Nebo to je Gecko, já nevím. Já to nepoznám. Mně vypadají stejně.
Prowler, second level of things, Kang taking a peek, overdrive, it's there, and a Nightfall committed. Sen feeling awkward. Shaky territory. Open angles not presented to Kang. He can't be.
No, no service, no service.
Dodged in the moment. Still another tap. Sassy. Waiting for round 2. Smoke to try and play themselves in and cut up the side. One from TENZ himself, realizing they've lost control of most of this one. 50 seconds left. Stun. In for the
fujky.
Shots going wide up and around. Second high ground angle.
Jemu došla prstovačka, on měl prstovačku a došla mu. Asi jo. GG.
It's enough for EDG to just overextend themselves enough to do it. Yeah, most of it's going to be fading as well. Chichu does have that open access. Door's going to be broken down. Kang, he's already ripped this one away, but it's traded. In kind. TENZ is there. Satchel play. Beautiful. Tracking.
Salery podle mého výkonu. Takhle bych hrál kamo jak Chichu. OK.
18 seconds left. TP forwards. That is crazy stuff by Chichu, but honestly the pressure, it's all on Sassy. Reload committed, side by side.
OK, takhle bych hrál. Takhle už ne. Nemá čas. Cením, že to nevyultil Smoky, vole. Znám týpky, které by to vyultili. Já už nikdy na vod nepojedu. Hoříš! Co? To dávám taky tohle.
Sassy once more time. And across her placement wasn't, but still he snaps it back. Well aligned, accounting for everybody. Spike down A. And Sen just cannot hold against it. Showstopper now used this desperation. Following the traces, second takes the gamble.
Jak dá 2? Má ho velkýho, kámo.
To no avail. Zelsis drop.
Já jsem sadě baráka, už ho nemám. Chat. Já jsem byl prezident, ale už nechci.
They can feel it, they know it. Sunset. It's ready and waiting. It's primed for them here. Nightfall scatters. TENZ is low. No more sound cues to work off of. Haunt lights him up. The TP to adjust, but again, he's no long for the world.
GG, kámo.
Last one left. They cannot dodge this util. EDG are ready to swarm, ready to collect.
Jak jsem říkal, chat, ty týmy si berou mapy navzájem, prostě. Ty týmy si berou mapy navzájem. Sance bude válka, kámo. Samolepky na meku? Tak záleží jaký, ale tak jako samolepky na meku, to je prostě... To musíš, to je... podpis, basically.
Smoggy is way ahead of the rest of most of his team. In fact, through the cage, almost claiming a second. Eventually put it.
Chichu musí zahrát tak král.
Sitting back to the spectator seat. It's an open A site now for the plant. Simon commits to this one, but 4 players alive as Sentinels are grouped up with that pack mentality.
Na Mac samolepku jedině Asus. Monster. Monster M-ko logo, vole. Chichu! Jsem to říkal, vole, musí zahrát. Počkej, já jsem fandil Sentinels, ale... Já chci, aby Sentinels vyhráli, actually. Po jednom, Tixi. Nebudeš. Ten paycheck je až moc malý na to, aby chodili po 2, ne? On se produb. Tohle léto patří mně. Dobrý, ale tohle je konec. Tohle to vypadá jako... A nebo Zeken ještě nedomluvil. Zeken ještě nedojezdil. Chytá ještě ryby, ne? Attempting to pluck some of these players out of the picture. TENZ still holding. And the rifle aim is dead. Not enough to escape though. Ghost. The supplement of the fire by Smoggy does manage to. Chytám Luci Milackx. It's out, but it does miss. Je to v pohodě. Anything else to push this one back needs to be defended. Second, he can't really let this one. Kamo, nelepí to. Ale vůbec to nelepí, ty vole, co to je? Máš volu, volni to. Defuzuj, máš půlku. Ty si močal. Kanka neborec, je. Ale tady ten ho ustlal. A prstujem! Prstovačky. Jo. Ojebal ho Provler. John Rostomilý. 3v2 John Rostomilý.
Backs against the wall, Smoggy defending at least a portion of it, aftershock into the corner. 10 US here for EDG, but they still have those rifles. It's going to be a big advantage, working potentially for them, picked up with the upgrades.
Ta bombíska.
Back at them.
The cam's always going to get cleared there because people are always watching for TENZ on top of the bomb.
It's a spot that he loves.
And this time, it's the same kind of hole inside.
Bajeru posral.
And so that means that they're forced to play a lot of B retakes.
There's danger here.
Kakaj.
Even with full rifles for Sentinels, there is danger because these B-lane post plants are so overpowered on Sunset.
I mean, nobody's got an ult. He's already getting
Mají Kajo a Sova ult na retake. Teda na afterplant.
Have a lot of time to work with kill trips. Chewing up these players, rooted into spot from Sentinels. They've got to find a way to navigate it. Sassy, diffusing, sticking, reveal up.
To stickne? Ne, nestihne. Proč to drží? Proč to držel ten Sassy?
No command emanating out, and that means the trips go online too. We're hoping to play some kill trip setups as well. And they drop off.
Nevím, jak se Herdik stavěl tam. Asi oba. I Hertik i Leviathan ještě neprohráli, myslím. Jo, Leviathan prohráli proti TENZ Protection. Tak jediný Heretics jsou neporažený.
Cut away, Zekin with the defuse, but he's pushed back from some form of the util. Overdrive popped off. Kang! Goodness me!
To zaberte ale do píči, Sentinels. Zaber, TENZ! Dělej něco, kámo! Ty vole, běhej pro ten míč! Co? Tarik má taky takhle to srdíčko do píči. Ale píču. A nebo to někdo udělal fanmade. No way, kámo. Co kurva?
There are isolated players around here. Nobody's isolated. Chishu is as well, but they get good lurk timing.
Yeah, great lurk timings. At that, the trade maybe a little bit more impressive there from Zelsis. The fact that he does that with the classic in hand, but he won't be able to get much more. Done from the edge.
Ale co ty Sentinels do píči, makejte už, ale.
Maybe land a kill there, but it's all being covered.
Kang picks up TENZ in mid.
Odupnout? To no man nebo ne? Comes around the corner like an absolute Ferrari. Celsius will punch it right back. Kang. Flatlined and dropped 3 versus 3 is where we stand. The pressure now on to send for this retake, all grouped up. Cam broken. 3-3. Nobody noted. Smoke in their faces, spamming, spraying away. To je piči smoke, či? Ten smoke byl až moc dobrý, vole. Kluci vypadá jak dračice. Je to tak? A já jsem oslík. Markison.
Více je členem společnosti už 11 měsíců.
Ale pozor, timeout magický. Všichni víme, co Oslík udělal dračici. Riznulý. Over towards mid. Will take heroics and with the damage done, weakened up Kang cannot stand against. Ano, my už máme, vole, 3 oslíky, vole. Backstep in, hoping he can isolate at least one of them. Co lítaj. Setup should be intact. Foolproof from Sentinels at this point as well. Baits that peak. See if he can spot these players out. Finally, Zekin. Most of the players stacked over from Sen over towards A main. Surely they don't overstep themselves. They're going for another fight. Čína dominuje. Tohle je poslední čínský tým v turnaji, takže EDG dominuje. Co se děje, kámo? And with it, you can sit down and stare at it, but it's a 5 versus 2 scenario. Sentinels
have no real chance back into this round.
Their economy is not in a terrible spot.
Diarex rematch a Diarex nehrajou s tím, kdo prohraje ten zápas, ne chat. Na ty hrajou tady s tím.
The story of this half early on was Sen giving away too many opportunities, but now they're playing a little bit of a better game. EDG are just pulling it back out of their grasp. The calling there from nobody is so strong. Faking like they're doing the same stuff. Throwing that same market util. And John, he is not holding on to this weapon. He's got players behind and in
the way. The trips will not be as I say that, I wasn't expecting them to get Valley. They spotted them out onto the corner. Still John.
Big comeback, finally.
Drops him to the floor.
Spike planted.
Sova all coming through onto these guys. Look at those pings. Look at the angle that nobody's going to have.
And they're ready to fight this one right as the retake is occurring. Tags up into a few of these players. Hunter's Fury has to be dodged and juked and avoided.
Pohodě, pohodě. Taky to není v pohodě, ale... Taky tohle je všechno jenom ne v pohodě, kámo. Co se děje? WTF. Z jaké strany otvíráš banán uprostřed, od prostředka. EDG hraje tak dobře? Nebo Sentinels nemají svůj den? Obojí. Ale jako EDG hrajou i next level. EDG hrajou next level teďko.
We've seen Sen perform miracles, but this just a little too unlikely. When EDG are setting up pop players like this, contesting, squeezing Sen for absolutely every inch of space, there is no chance in hell for them here. But the phrase, one round at a time, is going to have to be the case here for Sentinels. Being pushed back immediately. Signs of resistance, EDG are holding this one, plenty of players.
Tohle musel být světový comeback. No tak to jako, bude světový stomp možná tak. Kámo, co s nima dělaj? Mekáček nebo bageterku? Bageterku. He's again ještě comeback, ale... Ale pozor, prstovačka. Kama, nechci zítra koukat Sentinels proti Fnatic, vole do piči, to bude shitstorm tady. Čau Rexon. To bude takovej shitstorm. Pablo, ok, tady máte top tier tip. Já jsem si jako myslel, že to jako možná bude, ale... Počkej, Bakina, počkej, tady Fortnite se hraje. To vyhrajou Ekem, jo, jako. To vyhrajou Ekem. TENZ. TENZ je nasranej, vole. Takhle hrajou taky, kámo, když jsem nasranej. Chat. Pablitos, ten jeho účet, má 12 let. Dostal teďko včera ban. Na týden. Na Pablitosovi. Ale já si pamatuju, to se stalo i s Elisem, že jo? Elis, když dostal ban, tak si vzal druhý účet, ale pojmenoval ho Banet Champ. Musel reportovat, nebo stačil jeden jediný report, protože jakoby Pablitos a Pablitos založní účet. Jo, to jakoby... Není to úplně tajný, no.
Flash is good, crossing back in through main. EDG not able to catch any of them. It's the crosshair placement, but they are rapidly now getting themselves into position. Onto the site, stun is excellent. Flash though, peek. Immediately.
Škoda, že Sentinels začali hrát takhle pozdě, no.
Out and over, spraying them down with the rifles. Heroics and a bit of luck at play. EDG are hoping for it. Through the box now. Simon.
Škoda, já hraju až teďko, vole. To se dá dohledat, GG. Prohra proti Eku. GG proti Eku. Jo, 1000 tady bylo na... On to sebral tu bombu. TENZ, 5 životů. Kámo. Kámo. EKček prostě. EKček je ukončil.